So experiences beyond your research, right? You spend a lot of your time doing research, which is fantastic because it's so important. What beyond that could be helpful in your limited time as part of your professional development that would have an impact moving forward, right? What can you dip your toe into to make sure that you have something that you can talk about or showcase? So along this career engagement continuum, the online research is the easiest thing to do. You can absorb all the information that's out there. You can't have an internship anymore because you're a postdoc and there's no opportunity to do that. So that's the most experiential type of role. But in between those, there's different types of experiences that might be helpful to you. Chatting with people to do it. That's what we've been talking about in terms of networking, right? That gives you insights into their lived experience. Job simulations are sort of another sort of low-lift area that you might be able to focus on. And I just want to give you a couple of examples of what these look like. Intersect job simulations are just a tool that was designed primarily for the PhD postdoc perspective. Other people might find this valuable too. But these are just the types of things that you would do in different roles if you were in those roles. So each of these are just sort of mini exercises that give you context to different types of experiences that you would do in this role or that you would experience in a role that then you can sort of practice on your own, right? You can sort of see what it feels like or looks like and get a sense of whether your skills would be a good match for these roles. So everything from clinical trials to data analytics to journalism and intellectual property and medical writing, right? Just examples of real world things that you do in these roles just to give you a sense of what it feels like and looks like. I encourage you to sort of consider these as just a way to dip your toe into the water to get a sense of what these might feel like as you are exploring different fields that are out there. So that's the Intersect job simulations. Forage is another tool that we have on our website. This is sort of more business-oriented, less specific to the PhD postdoc experience, but sort of, real-world business type of experiences that you may never have come across in your role as a researcher doing the things that you've done, that you might just want to get a sense of to see if this path or this type of project would be of interest to you. This is the sort of the broad list here. If we can focus on data type experiences, so these are data visualizations or data science, just as examples. And then the simulations themselves. So this one's a 4 to 5 hour self-paced role discovering management consulting at PwC. This is engineering at GE Aerospace, so 3 to 4 hours, sort of a job simulation for that. And then this 7 to 8 hour one is a life science focused one. Now, I totally appreciate 7 to 8 hours is a long time as well. So you want to get a sense up front whether these things might feel helpful to you. You might find that these are helpful just to sort of broaden your horizons about what these fields are. Now, the great thing about Forage also is that they talk about how you can integrate that actually into your resume, how you can point to it as being something that you actually did, a skill that you gained, a knowledge that you could talk about, an experience that is real. And so they have this whole section on how to add these types of Forage experiences to your resume, right? So just to give you that extra perspective that you've taken the initiative and been proactive to do these types of projects. The other things, obviously, you can do are on-campus experiences, right? The things that are around you right now. For example, the committees and the subcommittees as part of the Penn Postdoctoral Association do great things and great work that all utilize the skills, the transferable skills that are so valuable beyond the world of research, right? So being part of these committees, joining the Penn Science Policy and Diplomacy Group, if that's of interest to you, or the Penn Graduate Consulting Club. Again, you have to find the things that resonate with you. These are just examples of some of the groups that have engaged with our office recently, but they're all out there and they're all opportunities for you to say, can I gain some experiences that I can talk about on my resume, that I can showcase as stories as part of my interview process? Beyond the research that you're doing, these experiences help you decide whether there's a good fit between your skills, interests, and values in a role that you might take on. They allow you to showcase active things that you've done that utilize skills that are going to be transferable. They demonstrate to an employer that you have taken the initiative, that you haven't just stumbled upon a career, but that you've really thought about what that looks like. And the student groups help you build community, which is really important on campus because I know that research can be isolating. And anytime that you get to build community is going to be supportive of your personal wellness, your professional wellness, and so forth.